Time to meet our next Arrival awardee. He's a father, a husband, a brother, former Assistant Attorney General, co-owner of the Texans, and president of Sister Cities of Houston, Mr. Harry G. How did your family come to America? What is that story?
Well, my dad had immigrated to the United States at a young and tender age, and he was working in various restaurants as a dishwasher. He was telling us that when he first started, they had to put a apple box there, and he'd stand on the apple box before he could reach the tubs to wash the dishes. And so he later on saved his money, became a businessman himself, and ended up owning a restaurant. And he was operating a restaurant at Chinese Village when he got a word from my cousin that my grandmother was very ill. And being a dutiful son, he made arrangements to go back to China. At that time, it was a 6-month engagement to book the passage and to coordinate each of the other arrangements. When he got back to China, he found that one of the reasons that Grandma was so ill was that her only son was footloose and fancy-free in America. She had 2 daughters who were married and had children. When she introduced him to a matchmaker, he subsequently selected my mother, and got married, her health improved immensely. So,
the thought of grandchildren, right?
I think
That's rejuvenating.
I think so.
Oh my goodness. What did your father do in China?
Before coming to America, he was just a young boy. He had gone to 6 years of education in China. Wow. And had come to the United States shortly thereafter. So he was barely 15 years old when he came to the United States.
And what do you feel like he's most proud of now in terms of his story?
Well, I would think that he's proud of the fact that he got all 3 of his children through college. And fortunately, both my sisters and myself were all educated. He made sure that we understood the importance of education. Our family has been blessed by virtue of education, and so we've endeavored to go ahead and help others gain that same opportunity. So we've established scholarships at the University of Houston downtown. The one at the University of Houston is in Asian Studies. The one in downtown has been to the minority community. We've established several scholarships at the University of Texas Law School, and several at the University of Texas Health, and then at Rice University, and so St. Thomas University. So each of these groups, we want other people to have been accorded some opportunity through education to achieve in each of their sectors, and hopefully that they can further their professional careers accordingly. We've had a number of fine young law clerks coming from the University of Houston Law Clinic.
That's amazing.
And yeah, in fact, they've done so well that our firm now, out of the 7 attorneys, 5 of them are U of H graduates.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. What do you think we can do as a community? What can Houston do to spread messages of collaboration and respect?
Well, certainly being a role model is something that can be beneficial in that regard. I think that what's unfortunate is that sadly there are opportunities now for individuals to raise havoc and to do things that unfortunately hit the headlines and make things look to be much worse than they may otherwise appear to be. But in our community, I think we just need to continue to build those bridges, to understand the various individual cultures that the people from whence we all come, whether it's being Irish or being Chinese or being Mexican or being Arab in any of these particular sectors. So I think Houston has done a good job of being able to enable the various people. I know that the efforts are made to be inclusive of the consul generals of the various countries that are represented in our community. I think that all of that is a step in the right direction, because that enables people to get a much broader understanding of the cultures of other communities.
I'm going to list off a couple of values, and I would love to know which one means the most to you. Okay? So, unity, hope, respect, justice, or peace. Which one means the most to you?
Well, I think one of them that has great resonance with me would be respect. I think that it's very important for members of our community to understand each other and to understand that we all have many of the same goals and aspirations, that we want our children to be educated, we want our families to be taken care of, we want good health for all of the people in the community. And I've been proud of the fact that Houston has been able to solve some of these types of issues and problems in the past by virtue of members of each of the communities respecting each other.
And that's what I love about this event and this initiative, because you know it promotes immigrant achievement. And what better way to foster respect than to say to someone, I appreciate the contributions that you've made. It's important, it's relevant, it's meaningful, it's enhanced my experience here in Houston or here on Earth. So I think it's amazing that you are here. We are so excited that you are supportive of this community and this initiative. So congratulations again.
Thank you.